Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome back to another episode of the Quack Report with Carter and Nate. We're going to talk Ducks hockey with you guys on, for us, this beautiful Sunday afternoon. That's not really that beautiful. It's really cold. It kind of sucks.
I haven't even looked outside, not going to lie.
It's awful, dude. It sucks. And for you guys, it's probably like,
Alberta.
Yeah, for you guys, at least if you're in Anaheim, it's probably just like a nice, bright, sunny Monday morning on your way to work. So that's got to be nice. But yeah, I went outside this morning before we recorded because I was going to pick up some new bookshelves just to reorganize our living room a little bit.
Yeah.
I looked at the weather. It was like minus 13 Celsius. So whatever that is for you in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out the conversion.
I don't even want to bother. Oops. Minus 13 Celsius. That's a hard word to spell at this time.
It's like 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, but it's on a Sunday.
Okay, fair.
Not like about 9 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 13. It was not minus 13. I'll tell you that much. It was chilly. Like,
You get that wind chill, yeah.
yeah, like, well, no, even like, because we took my girlfriend's car because these were some big ass shelves, and it said minus 20. Like, and usually it starts like a little bit cooler and then like kind of warms up as the vehicle figures out. No, it was just straight up minus 20. And then you throw in the wind chill. It was like probably minus 30, which is
Yikes.
drastically different from minus 13.
Yeah.
Which, if we do minus 20 is minus 4 Fahrenheit, minus 30, minus 22 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
You know when like it's a minus Fahrenheit, it's
That is cold.
Yeah. That's the one thing I'll give to Fahrenheit is that like if you put in 0 Celsius, which is the freezing point. Yeah, 32 Fahrenheit. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Either way, when it's a minus Fahrenheit, it's chilly.
It's cold. Yeah.
What's 0 Fahrenheit? Minus 18. Yeah, I'd say minus 18 is about when it gets like I don't want to go outside kind of levels.
Level. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's too cold for a hoodie typically. I'll still try to do it though.
Yeah.
Because like, yes, winter jackets keep you warm and everything like that, but fuck, they are so massive. I hate wearing them personally. So
yeah, like trying to do anything, you're just like so puffy.
Yeah, exactly.
You always run into shit because like you take up more space.
And then you get inside and you got to carry it around because otherwise you're just like sweating.
Oh,
like,
dude, going
ridiculously.
Like going to the mall in the wintertime and like
Sucks.
leaving your jacket on. It's awful. I get like the sweaty back and like I can feel like the sweat dripping down like my side. And
it's like, no,
I feel so nasty. Yeah.
No, thank you.
I mean, at least people stay far away from me because like that's one thing I hate about going to the mall. It's like the other people, you know?
Yeah, exactly. The other people. I like that. Oh,
I want to be rich enough one day where I can just like, like buy a mall for a day, just be like, here's $20,000 to the mall. It's all mine. Everybody else get the fuck out. Christmas Eve, like pay $50,000 to just like shop wherever the fuck I want.
Dude, the internet's a thing, right? You can just do it from home.
Yeah, but you can't get your Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve online. They don't come in time.
Fair enough. But also, if you have that much money, you can do overnight delivery.
That's true. Yeah. If I had that much money, I could pay somebody else to do my Christmas shopping for me.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't even have to.
Mm-hmm. So I could pay some like poor hipster intern, just to go out and just do all my shopping for you.
Yeah, exactly. What was I gonna say? Like, there's definitely times where like online shopping is very helpful, but there are things as well that I would prefer to like clothes. I don't online shop a whole lot for clothes. That's something I prefer to like try on, see how it actually fits me, kind of thing. I did that with I did like the online thing with this like one workout brand or that, and their shirt was supposed to be like a loose fitting shirt. Because I'm a little chunky, it's okay, but like this was supposed to be a loose fitting shirt, and this thing was like a second skin layer, pretty much. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was not good, so I sent it back. I was happy that at least their shorts fit me, though. Their shorts fit me perfectly, but their tops are like even the loose fit ones are like slim as fuck.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's one thing I like about online like clothes shopping is that usually you can just send it all back for free.
Yeah,
And then
exactly. They just like
so
will give you a label to send it and everything like that.
mhm.
You just gotta take it down to the post office or whatever.
Yeah. So what I figured out to do is like if you find something that you think might look nice, you just buy it in like well, I would buy it in like a large and an extra large.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I can figure out which one fits because they all fit different. Like sometimes I'm a large, sometimes I'm an extra large.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you just send the rest back. It's probably awful for the environment. And like I could just probably try a little bit harder to only get the one size, but I don't know. I hate ordering things online and then not getting to enjoy them.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. So, but I at least know my jersey size so that when those come
Yeah.
in, I just know right away.
Yeah, and those are standard across the board. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
not
the
like
most part.
it's not like you get a Flames jersey in like a 52 and then you get a Ducks jersey in a 48 to like
Yeah,
make them the
exactly.
same size. Yeah.
Except for like the first year of the Adidas jerseys, they were like I have a couple fit like I wear like a 54 for those. I like them like a little bit bigger to wear like a hoodie underneath comfortably or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Um there was a couple from like that first year that like some fit a little bit more slim, some like fit a little bit more baggy kind of thing, and then like they kind of
Yeah.
figured it out. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit of what do you call it? Like inconsistency in that
Yeah.
first year at least. So, but
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean they figured it out now, which is good. But
yeah,
anyways, I don't know how we got on this topic. Did one of us order something online? What
no,
were
it
we
was you.
talking?
I think it was us talking about jackets, going to the mall, not wanting
Oh
to
yeah.
go to the mall,
Oh yeah, and
and
then
online
online
shopping.
shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So,
Oh
but I mean, like
man.
malls are also just a dying breed on its own,
Yeah.
which is
I
unfortunate. But
Yeah, I only go to the mall if I did something for like online, like I bought it online, but like did in-store pickup, so I didn't have to pay shipping.
yeah,
Which, first of all, like that was a thing before the pandemic, but now that like when stores actually had to close down and you couldn't just go and browse, and they were like, no, you have to order it online and then we'll bring it out to your car, kind of thing.
yeah.
Like, I fucking love that. I use that all the time.
It was great with I think I did that once with I bought something from like the local music store and I did that and it was great.
And it's perfect too because like you don't have to like look online and be like, okay, sweet, it's in stock, and you get there and they're like, sorry, I just sold it. And it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, like you can actually reserve it and be like, I want this, and they're like, sick, it's set aside for you, and then you
Yeah.
just like go pick it up later
Come,
that
yeah,
day.
come
or the
by
next
come by
day.
in the next hour. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. I love that so much.
It's so good.
But yeah, like the only time I actually go to the mall and browse is when I do Christmas shopping. And I figured I online shop first and I'm like, okay, what do I want to get people? And I look and I'm like, oh, that's sick. And then I just know where I can go to get that, whether it's like I look at the specific store in the mall or I'm just like, oh, I know that that'll be here. And then I just
Mhm.
go and I like pick up all the stuff and then that's it. That's the only time I go to the mall
Yeah.
anymore. So
Yeah, the honestly, I think I go more to the mall for like the food court, and that's not even often because the mall
yeah.
is on the other side of town from us.
Yeah.
So,
Or like
but
movies, right?
yeah, yeah, I guess the movie theater is technically in
Mhm.
the mall. So,
Yeah. You,
but
you know, like in the like the old movies, or like even there was that show. I think it was maybe only in Canada because it was on Teletoon, but 16, where like the kids are
oh
just like
yeah,
hanging out at the mall.
that was the good old days of the mall.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was the good old days. You
But
don't have that shit anymore.
no, you don't. Did you ever go to the mall and just like exist?
Like only like once or twice, I think. But I
Yeah.
know like on my on my Facebook page, there is like a couple pictures of like myself and two friends where we're just like, yeah, let's just go do shit at the mall. Like just whatever.
Yeah. I
But
think
that
the
was kind
only
of the
time
most of it. Yeah. Like
I think
I
yeah,
wasn't part of that crew at all. But
gotcha. I think the only time I actually went to the mall just to like do pretty much anything besides shopping was when we did our grad scavenger hunt, and it was just
oh
like
yeah.
you dressed up in costumes and there was a list of just like
And we
not
got kicked
illegal, just
out.
yeah, just like shitty things. Yeah, that it's like steal like one of those ride on cart, not like steal, but like take one of those ride on like wheelchair kind of carts and just like ride. Oh no, that was at a Walmart.
Yeah, that
We were
was
supposed to get that. Yeah. There was other
yeah.
things. I don't
I
remember
forget
what
what was
any
at
of
the
them
mall.
were, but it was just like things that just like were like useless for employees to do and just like
It was just yeah, it was just more annoying to them than anything. And like the mall security had become wise to it. So once they
yeah.
saw us all kind of like dressed up in like a theme kind of
Mhm.
thing, they were like, "Are you guys doing this?" Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to ask you to leave, please, because we've had issues in the past. Okay, so like it wasn't anything like we specifically did, but yeah, we got kicked out of the mall for it.
Yeah, yeah. I think the only one I remember. Oh, there was a couple. There was one, or there was two that I remember doing. There was like all jam into like the photo booth and like take a bunch of pictures. There was another one that was it wasn't specifically at the mall, but it was like kiss one of the teachers or something, and we saw a teacher at the mall, like in the food court, just trying to enjoy a meal with his family on a Saturday, and like people were coming up to him and being like, "Can I have a kiss?" And he was like,
"No,"
which you can't do these days anymore.
No.
So, I mean, even back in like the mid 2010s, it's like, I mean, it's never okay to kiss a teacher.
I think it was just
draw
I think
the
it was
line
more
there,
like
but
students were just like giving like the teacher like a kiss on the cheek or something like that.
Yeah, there wasn't like, you know,
no mouth to mouth or
the
anything.
hottest teacher in the school. Yeah.
No, not happening.
Yeah.
But
that was fun. I don't know. They probably don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I mean, definitely not for the last couple of years.
Yeah, not with the last couple of years, I'm sure. But I don't know. The one thing as well that I remember that like basically just like teenagers got banned for about a solid month from pet stores, because one of the things on everybody's list would be to go to the local pet store and get a goldfish and swallow it.
Mm-hmm.
Like pet stores were like,
whole.
And pet stores were like, yes, we're getting money for this, but like that's just fucking cruel. So yeah, no teenagers basically allowed in the pet store for like a solid month in
to
like June,
goldfish.
July to buy goldfish. Yeah,
because it was always the same time of year, so they just knew. Yeah,
yeah.
Man, I could not imagine doing that. Like, first of all, I can't swallow anything whole, like pills and stuff like that. Like if I'm on medication.
So I had to go with that one.
Yeah, no, I'm like awful at taking like medications because I just like it's not even that like my throat's not big enough, because I mean you know how big my throat is, right? But it's
oh my god,
it's just like I can't, like the mind over matter kind of thing. Like I know I'm not going to choke and die, but.
Do you need me to like wrap it in a piece of ham for you, like you do with dogs, like, or like a peanut butter scoop? Or something?
Where you like put it in a scoop of peanut butter, or you like jam it in like a piece of cut up sausage?
Yeah,
maybe.
Okay, well, make sure you get the chewables. Then I'll let your girlfriend know.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think dogs are so funny. Like when you have to give them medication, because some of them like they know that the pill is like in the peanut butter, but they're like, fuck it, I got peanut butter, like life.
Yeah, I got peanut butter.
And other ones,
all right.
They like clean out their whole mouth and like eat all the peanut butter, and then just they sit there for a second, and then they just like spit the pill on the floor. I'm like, how the fuck did you even know that was there?
You gotta give them sunflower seeds then.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I don't even remember, but I love the fact that we went from, you know, big winter jackets because it's cold as fuck here, to jackets in the mall, to talking about shopping at the mall, to online shopping, back to the mall conversation again, getting kicked out of malls because of grad scavenger hunts.
To feeding dogs pills.
Yeah, somehow we got
there. We got from winter jackets to giving your dog medication.
we got to how cold it is here to giving your dog.
Yeah, that's true. It only
on
took
the span
like
of
15 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Well, have you ever tried to give a duck medication?
No.
Because
I've tried to give a duck feed before and it bit my hand.
Because it looked like our Anaheim Ducks were on some kind of, you know, really good painkillers, or like really strong relaxation medication, because they were just having a good old 3-hour nap.
Oh man, they were all just stoned as fuck.
I guess California, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about this Rangers Ducks game here.
I think I can sum it up in one sentence how this game looked. And it's not necessarily the fault of the roster because it was so depleted. You can sum this game up as in this sentence: a 2020-2021 Anaheim Ducks game.
Yeah.
It was just shitstorm defensively, not able to get any shots off. Like shots were 40-14 at the end of this game.
Yeah.
And just being outplayed. So like That's how you sum up every game pretty much of last year, and that's what this game was. But I'm not gonna pound on it too hard, because you take a look at like who we were missing, right? Like we're still missing Jones and Henrique to injured reserve, Grant, Mahura, Gibson, and Lindholm and Getzlaff all to COVID still. Like this is a depleted roster.
Yeah. Also, it was Zegras' first game back since he was placed in COVID.
Okay, which also Dallas Eakins decided to go back to 2020 Dallas Eakins of making poor decisions for a split second before the NHL and Trevor Zegras basically were like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna try this again here. So the game against Detroit was supposed to happen on Thursday, right? It's happening today after we're done this recording, so we won't be talking about that game today. But like Zegras was on the ice practicing that morning, everything like that, was cleared to play, and Dallas Eakins wasn't going to play him. He was going to healthy scratch him.
Which doesn't make any sense.
And a couple hours later, the game gets postponed.
Yeah. So like the NHL was like, we got to throw these guys a bone here. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Let's just postpone
I love how everybody pretty much on Ducks Twitter was just like, we got an Eakins L, and it's been rare lately. So
yeah, no, he's been solid all season. Like,
yeah, but like I straight up saw that, and I went right away to like, this is 2020 Dallas Eakins or 2021 Dallas Eakins. I'm like, dude, we are past this. Come on, man.
Maybe he was late by like a couple minutes or something for practice, or maybe he like, took a shot off the post or something, and it came back and hit Eakins in the nuts, and he was like, you're scratched. Or,
but like
maybe he lipped him off. Maybe he slept with his mom. I don't know. Like,
it did come out though that like Zegras was upset about it.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, rightfully so, right? You've been you've been kept out for days, and like Zegras is even posting it was like a gif of SpongeBob trying to open a door, right? Like when he was still when he was like at the end of his quarantining and stuff like that, right? Like he was ready to get out and everything too, right? So like he's been sitting there waiting, and like he's cleared to play. He goes to practice that morning, probably does fucking amazing, and gets told you're gonna sit for that game and have to wait a few more for another game. And yeah, I'd be pissed too.
yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, it turns out he didn't actually miss any games, thankfully, which is good. But yeah,
thankfully, but not thankfully, because we have the game postponed. But luckily, it only got postponed to today. So because there's a bunch of games still that have been postponed from like before Christmas and stuff like that, just for other teams that still have yet to be scheduled.
Yeah, exactly.
It was nice that this one was able to get just rescheduled so quickly. So
yeah, for sure. You were saying
we still get our Zegras first Raymond. We still get our Zegras first Raymond.
Yeah, which is good.
That's all that matters here.
Exactly. Yeah, like this still looked like a game from last year. Generally, you're right. Like defense wasn't all there. Offense was like
it looked scrambly. Thank fuck for Anthony Stolarz.
Oh yeah, he looked great. He did not deserve. I mean, the 3 goals that he let in, almost 4, because he kind of kicked that one in on his own. That would have sucked.
And realistically though too, right? Like I personally take out 2 of those in my mind, because they are own goals. Which, fun fact,
they're tipped right in front by your own player. Yeah,
own goals don't help your team. Comtois, I know you need to score, but like the other way, dude. The other way.
I mean, I guess
it's still not as
you'll
bad
take
as,
what you can get when you're as snake bitten as him. But
yeah, exactly. It's still not as bad as like Patrick Laine. I remember in his rookie season. Remember when that puck came off the board and he just wound up and
instincts took in. Yeah. Did you see the game? A little bit of sidetrack. It was last night. It was Washington against Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
and Hagelin scored on his own net. Yeah,
there was a delayed penalty.
Yeah, I was going through the comments. Yeah, and on the delayed penalty too.
I made it 3-0 for Minnesota.
Yeah, but yeah, there was there was another video, and I forget. Oh, it was Kuznetsov. He just went to like the puck was along the boards, and he just went to kind of like chip it, like back to the defenseman that was waiting behind the net, and he was a little bit off, and he chipped it, and it went right on net, and Fucale had to make a save. Like he was standing there, and then Kuznetsov hit it, and he was like, "Oh fuck!" It like slammed against the post. So they, Fucale. I mean, I guess he was technically out of the net for that own goal by Hagelin, but still.
What was the last own goal that you remember that was like to the Washington level? The last one I remember, I think, was Calgary and Vancouver. Was that like 2017 or something like that? I think. I'm trying to think of it in my head, but that's the last one I remember.
I honestly don't really remember any. Like I know that they've
Yeah.
happened, but like I don't remember actually like witnessing any. So
Yeah. Or it's like the last one to happen, I guess. Yeah.
mhm.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
either way, Comtois, the other way, please.
Yeah. So, but
Because like
like
that was like, and same with okay, you know what? Perot gets a same thing, right? It's like Perot came up on an emergency loan. It was cool to see him in the Ducks uniform and be
mhm.
on the ice and stuff like that, right? And he had a beautiful tip in if it was the other way.
Yeah, right. He did have some good chances
Oh yeah, he
offensively.
did. Yeah.
So like I didn't mind him up. It just sucks that he got
Just
that that own goal.
that's on
Yeah.
his highlight reel now. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah, so like I definitely don't put this on Stolars, right?
no,
Like
no. Yeah, he was phenomenal.
because like
Yeah.
even with those ones against, the guy still had over a 900 save percentage on 40 shots.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, he had like 36 saves.
mm,
So yeah, it was awesome.
yeah,
And really, I think the first period looked really solid as well. Like, yes, we got
Mhm.
outshot in that period, but in terms of like chances, I thought it was pretty even. And I thought we stayed with the Rangers for a while. But really, after we got that first goal, it just kind of like lit a spark under the Rangers. I think they're like, okay, this is a game we should be winning. Like, let's pick it up. And then after that,
yeah,
there was no hope. So the first half of the game, honestly, I thought wasn't bad. I think it was
yeah. Well,
pretty even. Yes, we were low on shots, which, like you said, kind of story of last year. But
we
yeah,
just
I
couldn't
think
get chance. Yeah, we just couldn't get like as great of chances or anything like that.
yeah. And then the second half of the game was just a write off. So
Yeah. Obviously, this will be out of date by the time you listen to this, but we might get a Dostal play today.
I thought
Just to
Ole
be
Eriksson Ek was up.
no, it's Dostal.
It is Dostal. Okay,
It is Dostal.
Daily Faceoff lied to me then.
Daily Faceoff is currently saying both Thomas Greiss and Lucas Dostal are unconfirmed, but that's who they're anticipating to be.
Okay.
So I'm kind of wondering though if we do get Stolars again, but again,
Yeah,
everybody listening to this will know it by that point. So
yeah, exactly. I really don't.
we'll
know,
find
but-
out. You and I'll find out in a couple hours here.
Yeah, it's not too long. So
No.
okay, yeah. When I looked at the line combos, I can't remember if it was this morning or late last night, but Ole Eriksson Ek was in the lineup for the Ducks.
Oh, okay.
So, was he must have been on the bench
I think
last night, or was it still Dostal?
it was still Dostal. Yeah, because Eriksson Ek is still in the AHL, and Dostal was put on the taxi squad. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't really call up from the AHL. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But okay. Daily Faceoff was way off then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Daily Faceoff just had a moment. It's all good.
Yeah. They're usually pretty reliable, so we'll give them a break on this one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have too much else to say on this Ducks Rangers game. Do you have anything you want to add here?
Just that it was kind of I think we've been kind of a little bit lucky that Calgary and Vegas haven't done so well in the last little bit as well.
Mhm.
Just to kind of keep things staying the same, because with how we've been playing lately, and if Calgary and Vegas were going right, we'd be third again.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're 3 points ahead of Calgary with 4 games in hand. It's still possible, but
Calgary 4 games in hand, right?
yeah, sorry, Calgary
Yeah.
4 games
Okay.
in hand.
Just wanted to check. Yeah.
And the Kings are coming up too. They got 35 games, so 2 games in hand on us with 39 points. But for those top 3 though, you got to count your blessings for a little bit here, but we got to turn this back around again and start playing well. I know we're missing a lot of guys or that sort of thing, but like when those guys get back, they got to be ready to play.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
everybody else has to be like, okay, we really have to pull our pants up here if we want a chance at this.
Yeah,
so,
and really, like, you can't use COVID too much as an excuse. Like, yes, we had a lot of guys out, and the Rangers were generally, I think, mostly healthy. I don't think they had really anybody out. Like Zibanejad, Panarin, Kako, Lafreniere, Fox, they were all in.
Was Panarin in?
I thought so.
Okay.
I know he was in for the Rangers like the night or a couple nights before. So unless he had another injury or
Yeah,
something.
because I literally just got a notification about 20 minutes ago from Yahoo of like Panarin's status improved from IR to healthy. So
Oh, okay. So no, he
I'll
wasn't in
double
then.
I'll
Yeah,
double
no, that's my
check
bad.
here, but
Yeah, no, he's not in there. I thought he was. So that's my bad, I guess.
let me double check.
I just thought he had a quiet game, honestly. So
Um,
no, he wasn't. I already checked.
no Panarin.
Yeah.
So
So so that's my bad. But besides that, like totally healthy. So
yeah,
and still like one of the top teams in the league. So like yes, there's that, but like other teams have lost guys to COVID and still made it work. So
yeah,
it
we
really
just
just
got
kind of talks to our depth, I think.
we just have to be careful just with like the West is so much more tight and will stay that way for a little bit still here. Compared to the East, right? The East you could pretty much say 7 of the 8 teams that are going to be there, potentially the 8th because the math looks good for Boston. Like the East is pretty well decided already. It's only the beginning of January.
Whereas the West it really just comes down to like what the matchups are going to be.
Yeah, exactly. You're more fighting for spot compared to like the playoffs specifically. So
yeah, no, you're right though. The West is totally up for grabs. So
exactly,
it's interesting. Like any team can drop out at this point. Like pretty much any team in the wild card can make a good go like on a good push for like a month and be back in it, with the exception of maybe Chicago and Arizona.
Yeah, the Central at least is starting to divide a little bit here. Taking a look, again, this will be semi out of date tomorrow. There's only 2 games on the Sunday here, but yeah, the Central is Minnesota has that first wild card spot with 44 points. The next team for the Central is Winnipeg. The same games played at 37 points. There's a spread there already.
Oh yeah, Minnesota. I'm not concerned about at all. So
yeah, it's really just the specific division, right? So
which is kind of good for us, but also kind of not. Like it'd be nice to have kind of run away with it at this point already, or at least be separate from the pack a little bit. But because it's so close that it kind of gives us, who I would consider an underdog still, a chance to get into the playoffs when maybe if we were in any other division, I don't think we'd be in the playoffs right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or we'd be fighting for a spot still, right?
Yeah, because like we're sitting second currently with 43 points. Again, we could be at 45 tomorrow, or 44, depending. But like the separation between us and Edmonton, who is in 6th place, is 5 points. That's the only difference here. And Edmonton has 3 games in hand as well, right? Which that can easily be made up.
Yeah.
So it's crunch time right now still, I guess. But anything can change here. So because we've also played the second most amount of games in our division at 37. Vegas has played 1 more than that. But then you have San Jose, who's 1 game in hand. LA with 2 games in hand, sitting 4th in the division and having that second wild card spot. So, and then Edmonton and Vancouver 34, Calgary with 33, sitting in 3rd place. So they're in the best situation, Calgary. But they've also lost their last. But they've also lost their last 3, which that was a rough road trip. It looked like for them.
They played tough teams though. Like that was their Carolina and Florida, Tampa road trip, right?
Yeah, it was 3 games in 4 nights. Yeah, Florida, day off. Tampa, Carolina, back to back. So
yeah, that's
rough.
That's tough for anybody.
Yeah. It's like they're still in the best position here, I think, in the division. But yeah, we're definitely lucky. Like the Ducks are definitely lucky that Vegas and Calgary have not been great either. Like Vegas has only picked up 2 points in their last 3 games. So
yeah, no,
it's going to be interesting
here.
Lucky.
So yeah, I hope. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll talk upcoming games here in a little bit, but yeah, I hope that we can maybe sneak some points out here while Calgary and Vegas are in a bit of a slump, just to keep ourselves afloat, I guess.
Yeah. Keep us in a good spot.
Unintended pun there, but
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's I think really all we have to talk about for the Rangers game. Let's take a little bit of a break here, and we've got a couple other things to talk about, hockey and somewhat Ducks related on the other side here. Wait for it. There it is.
Hockey fans, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has a no-brainer offer that will make you a winner once any shot gets past the goalie. New customers can bet just $1 on any NHL game and win $100 in free bets if either team scores. The NHL got rid of ties in, 2005? So you know somebody's gonna light the lamp. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, don't you worry about it. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings daily fantasy hockey contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Again, it's a no-brainer. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, throw down just $1 on any NHL game, and win $100 in free bets if either team scores. Again, it's a no-brainer. So use promo code THPN as in the Hockey Podcast Network this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, we've got we've called it news. I don't know if it's really news, but it's a cool thing to talk about. Yeah. Anyways,
discussion
not related
point.
To a game.
Discussion point of the day. There you go.
Yeah. So we've got a graphic up here that we shall not take credit for making, but if you're watching it, then you can see it. This was I saw it on Reddit. It was posted by user homicidal_penguin. Okay. And I don't know. It looks like a ESPN graphic or
I think
TNT,
it's TNT,
maybe.
yeah.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. One of those big name sports networks that we're just stealing graphics from because we're not a big name sports network yet.
We're getting there.
So if you're watching this, you already know what we're going to talk about and have probably been like, that's interesting. Can we move on now? The answer is no, because we want to talk about it and we got to explain it to the people just listening here. So this is a graphic of the lowest cost per goal in the NHL this season. So this must have been during a Pens game because it's highlighting Evan Rodriguez, but we don't really give a shit about him. What we care about is the guy above him in Troy Terry. So, but I'll list off the names here. So in terms of cost per goal this season, Josh Norris currently leads, Josh Norris of the Sens currently leads this year with 14 goals, making each of his goals worth $66,000 this season. Next is Troy Terry with 21 goals. Nice. $69,000 per goal there this season. Followed by Evan. Yeah, right. Followed by Evan Rodriguez, 14 goals, $71,400 per goal. Jason Robertson of the Stars, 10 goals, $79,500 per goal. And Tanner, let's try that one again. Tanner Gino. I have no idea. We're gonna go with Tanya Geno, because I think it's French. 10 goals worth $80,000 each. So Troy Terry up there in cost per goal, obviously being on a pretty low contract there and scoring 21 goals this season, looking pretty good, I'd say.
See, like you put it even more into perspective and like just different little ways of like some of these guys' contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like putting it per like a cost per goal kind of thing. I know that was a massive thing for Louis Eriksson in Vancouver there, that everyone was like, holy shit, like this one goal costs like $2 million or something like that.
Yeah, right.
But also imagine if like you kind of put it this way. Obviously, this isn't how it actually happens, but Troy Terry goes out, scores a goal. All right, here's $69,000 and just adds him a stack.
Like, yeah, right. Like there's shots of him on the bench, just like stuffing 69 grand like into his pants or like tucking it into his sock,
giving it to
the front of the sock so he can block.
Like, yeah, exactly.
So you can block shots and yeah.
But like Jesus Christ, dude, like one of his goals right now could like pay off my student loan debt. Like,
right. I mean, you think of it that way.
I'm in the wrong
for-
business. Fuck.
For every goal that Terry scores, he could buy a new car. Like a
Jesus
nice new car.
Christ.
Like, I don't know what I got to put this into Canadian dollars because US dollars means nothing to me. So 69,000 US is just over 87,000 Canadian.
Jesus.
That's like, dude, that's the price of like a brand new sports car.
Yeah.
Like a lower end one, not like a Ferrari or anything, but like,
Yeah.
or like a truck,
Truck.
like any, like, I don't know, like just a truck.
Here, let me see. I would love at some point in the future. It's not crazy feasible, honestly, unless I had like a good amount of money. But I would love a Camaro. So let's see what a 2021 Camaro, like just stock, would be about here. Let's take a look here. I'm just kind of curious.
Mhm.
The 2022 Chevy Camaro, as shown in this picture here, I can do a quick share of this. Just if you're watching us on
sure.
YouTube or I guess Twitch. Yeah, we do stream these after the fact. So thank you very much. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you're just listening to us on podcasts, be sure to give us 5 stars, leave us a nice review. Be very much appreciated.
So that other nice Ducks fans can discover the podcast.
Exactly.
Ooh, yes.
So for this Camaro here that's in this picture, it's a nice orange and black one, fitting for the Ducks.
Yeah, right.
As it's saying, as shown, is $63,865.
That's probably American too, right? Or...
That I'm not sure about actually. Nope, that's Canada.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
dude. You could like get a souped up Camaro then for
Troy Terry could buy me my 22 Camaro and still have 20 grand left over.
Yeah. Dude,
because
the game he
of
scored a
one
hat
goal.
The game he scored a hat trick. Like, could you imagine just like, leaving a game after 69 times 3 because I don't want to do mental math. $207,000. Like 3 hours of work, he's pot 3 goals. Like
obviously that number doesn't stay the same, right?
Yeah,
but just like that kind of idea in mind, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You just got to put like the money that these guys can make into perspective. And I'm not too sure on, maybe somebody can, like tweet at us or something like that at Quack Report Pod. What like the tax situation is in California, like how like how much like an approximate percentage of like how much is taken off, like on taxes at the end of the year kind of thing. But like even at what's he making right now? Okay, so great, because he is on another contract here. So 1.45 million. I don't know, say I'm just gonna take a spitball here with more Canadian kind of taxes, but like say he takes home $1 million of that, right? Like goddamn.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's
still $1 million
nice.
bucks per year. Like that's doable on obviously. And if he continues the way he's been playing in 2 years with his RFA deal, right? He's gonna make some bank.
Yeah. Sorry, what does he make? 1.45 million, right?
Yeah.
I found a little California taxes calculator here.
Oh,
so yeah. It is. He pays roughly 166,000 in taxes. So
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that's it as though like I make even half of that in a year kind of thing. But like still, that's it. God damn it.
Yeah. Oh wait, sorry, that's just to the state. So total income taxes would be 703,000.
Okay. So he takes
that's like half.
Just under $1 million. But still though.
Yeah, he would take home 746. So yeah, but roughly half.
Jeez.
But dude, you're not mad about that.
No, you're not mad about that at all.
So
I would assume that's still a nice place in Orange County. So
oh yeah, easily. Yeah. Absolutely. So
and like
anyways,
that's like a lower end contract too. Like, and then you start to go higher up, right? Like what?
Oh yeah, you look at like Gibson's deal, like 6.4 million.
Or like even going to the Canadian markets where like obviously, our taxes up here are a lot more. But like, Connor McDavid's just like, I got a heated driveway. Like,
Yeah, right.
you just have the money to throw out for that instead of hiring somebody to shovel your driveway. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Just have
Yeah,
a
right.
heated driveway that melts the snow and ice off of it, which is
Mhm.
perfect for Edmonton. But like, how many people do I didn't even know that was a thing until Connor McDavid brought it up. Like,
I had no idea. Yeah.
and you have the money for that. You just have the money for that,
Mhm.
which I have seen his house as well. When we were up in Edmonton there, our buddy Adam took us by it. It is a nice place. It's a big
Oh, yeah.
place. And I'm just like, the guy didn't probably even have to put down a mortgage for that. He's just like, here's the money and it's paid off. Done.
Yeah, right. He was
and
like,
I still have money
he went
left
to the
over.
bank. Yeah, he went to the bank. He was like, I want a house. And they were like, yeah, your mortgage rates aren't really good right now. And like, you're young, so your down payment's going to be higher.
you know
interest
who the
rate.
fuck I
And
am?
he's going to
Connor
fucking
McDavid.
just like slap it with his big dick energy, like just a stack of cash. And he's like, I want a house.
not even a stack of cash. He just slaps down his last paycheck
Yeah.
from the NHL. That's all he puts down, just the one paycheck. It just
Yeah.
goes, here you go.
Yeah. And like, you look at guys like Matthews, like he's got a place in Toronto and he's also got a place in Arizona.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Which Arizona's a lot cheaper, but
Yeah. Yeah. It's different.
still,
but like,
still the same kind of idea, right?
yeah, you can afford those two houses and he's like 22,
Yeah.
23.
Or Drew Doughty even, right? He's got a place in LA, obviously, but he's got a nice place in Southern Ontario as well. That like,
Mhm.
I've seen like videos of just him at it and that sort of thing. Like, it's a very nice place.
Yeah.
So,
And
but,
all these
like,
guys,
you
all
just
these guys
afford
probably
that.
have, yeah, all these guys probably have like, like a beachfront property in Mexico as well that they go
Exactly.
to like a couple months a year and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So
Or you got like the Stahl brothers. I think they have like, obviously there are places wherever they are kind of thing, but then I think they also share a place, or they have like the 3 places in a row on like a lake in Ontario as well.
oh yeah, they're probably all like
Yeah.
side by side. Yeah, there's no way
Exactly.
they're sharing.
Yeah, I forget what it is. There is a video out there though of like them in the summer and hanging out and
Mhm.
everything like that. I can't remember if it's like they have like the one place or if it's like 3 places in a row kind of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, anyways, it's interesting when you put it
Imagine
that way. Obviously,
having
like
money.
obviously the cost per goal, like it's not relevant, and like you said, it changes all
Yeah.
the time. So I doubt. I mean, I know
But still,
Terry
under
still has
70
21 goals,
Still
but I
under
doubt the other
70
ones are there.
grand per goal.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty nice.
That kind of put it into perspective too, just of like the whole season, because we're not even halfway through the season, and he has over 20 goals. So like,
Yeah.
he hits 40 for sure.
I'll go with 30. I think just with
Dude, we have 50.
some
We have
struggles
50
lately, but-
games left. You think he's only scoring 9 goals?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, he's hitting 40 for sure.
Jesus Christ.
He half a goal a game gets him to 40. Like we're like 45.
Who was the last 40 goal scorer we would have had?
Corey Perry,
Maybe. Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
going from a season where your top guy scores 16 goals in a shortened season, mind you, but
Mhm.
16 goals as your most to 40 the next year, if that happens.
Yeah, right.
And
Like,
it's a different guy, too. It's not even the same guy.
yeah, talk about a glow up. Holy shit.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Yeah, goals. Oh wait, no, this is all time. I want by season. Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't care. I'm done.
Just for comparison, I want to see what like Connor McDavid's goal, like cost per goal, is right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm just curious, like just to compare that, right? Because he's getting
Yeah.
paid the most in the NHL, like for salary.
yeah. Like you
okay,
could score
goal-
100 goals and it would still be like an insane amount for
Yeah, exactly.
12.5 million, I guess, or 12.5 million. So like 125,000 per goal. Is that math right? If he scored 100, I don't know. Sorry, you're trying to do numbers and I'm just like saying yelling shit at you.
All good. Okay, so McDavid currently has 19 goals at 12.5 million. So, you almost have a minimum NHL contract. $657,894 per goal for Connor McDavid. Now, if you did points, though, because obviously McDavid has a lot more points,
Mhm.
what would that be? Take a look
Well,
here.
while you do that, I'm gonna
McDavid's
look
got
up-
50. Oh.
How many? Sorry, go ahead.
I messed that up here.
Oh, okay.
Divided by 53. Per point of Connor McDavid is currently $235,849.
Ooh, that's wild. What's
and that's a good deal. What the fuck?
Yeah. 1.45 divided by 35. And Terry 414,000 per point. Oh no, wait, sorry. 41.4 thousand dollars per point. Yeah. I guess this would be a good way to look at the last time the Ducks had a 40 goal scorer. Wasn't last year. So let's go to 1920. With 26. That was Henrique. 18-19. 24. No. 17-18 maybe. Because we had Perry that year still. Oh, Raquel with 34.
It's been a while. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. 16-17. Raquel with 33. God, I forgot how good Raquel was like in his prime. 15-16 maybe. Perry with 34. 14-15 was Perry with 33. Yeah, we're going back here. 13-14. Here we go. Yeah, 13-14, Perry had 43.
Jeez.
So that was the 13-14 season was the last time the Ducks had a 40 goal scorer.
My God.
And this upcoming one is
come on, Terry.
This one is 21-22. So yeah, like 8 years ago, if Perry hits it, or not Perry, Terry. Jesus, that's going to be confusing to talk about in a few years. Like when both Terry and Perry have retired, like trying to talk about top goal scorers. We've got Terry and Perry, Terry.
Oh man.
So, anyways,
ridiculous is what it is. Either way.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we talked about that a lot longer than I thought, which was just fine. So we're going to take another quick break here, talk about upcoming games and some what's quacking on the other side. And yeah.
I'm Corey Crenshaw.
I'm Richie Suave Flores.
And this is Sporty with Corey and Richie Suave.
On the Hockey Podcast Network.
What did I just listen to?
Oh, this game is just bullshit now.
Oh my gosh. They actually made me feel uncomfortable. What was it? Panty what?
The game has gone to bullshit.
Panty melted?
Why do we record these during the middle of games? Oh, God. Be sure to listen to Corey and I every Monday. We are your go-to source for the Arizona Coyotes on the Hockey Podcast Network.
All right. Upcoming games. We've got Tuesday against the Pittsburgh Penguins at 8 p.m. No, it's 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. our time. That's my bad. So, it's going to be another tough game. The Penguins, they lost to Dallas on Saturday, but that...
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that just ended their 10-game win streak. So, but yeah, still 10-1 in their last 11 games.
Fuck us.
So don't let the fact that the Penguins are in the first wild card spot fool you. They are. Yeah, they're coming, and they're good.
Like Brandon Rust had. It was like 11 points in 3 games or something like that before that game last night. It's like something. It was something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, he's been good. Same with Evan Rodriguez, who we just talked about with the lowest cost per goal thing. Like he's on fire too.
I'm seeing if Russ got any goals last night too, or points last night.
I think he did. Honestly, because I had the game on. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind.
I don't even see him on the roster here.
That explains why they lost then.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. He wasn't playing. Yeah, he was a scratch. Probably not a healthy scratch.
Yeah, I would assume not. You're not healthy scratching a dude who's got you 11 points in 3 games.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
So yeah,
why do we have to get teams when they're like doing good, or they haven't been doing good for a while, and then they're gonna do all right?
And we're like the streak breaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I want to look at the you look at the Pittsburgh Penguins leaders. Gensel with 18 goals, Letang with 27 assists, leading there, and Gensel 34 points. So, and I mean, I know Crosby and Malkin are out for a little bit, but like, yeah, Crosby second on the team in assists with 19. Like Letang's still doing well. Jari, fucking phenomenal, like a 1.94 goals against average. Yeah, like just everything about their team is looking so good. And like I know that we always kind of predict like, oh, the Penguins will maybe start to
They're gonna like
decline
drop
a little
off
bit
or that sort of thing. And like we're not the only
no.
ones saying that.
No.
And like, yeah, and just oh man. The Pittsburgh Penguins will not die.
No.
Doesn't matter if they don't have Malkin in. Doesn't matter if they don't have Letang in. Doesn't matter if they don't have Crosby in or Gensel. They will still find a way, which you got to admire, but also, fuck, it's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad we aren't in like their same conference, let alone division.
Yeah. One thing I will say about this, though, is we played the Penguins not too long ago, if I recall. Yes, beginning of December 11th. And they beat us 1-0. That was,
it was a close game.
Yeah, and that was the fourth game of their streak. So yeah, it was close. I remember that game being like, "Wow, we're on par with the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is awesome." And it's not like they looked like they had a bad game. We just had a
it was a tight game. So
I think
to get guys back.
Yeah, I think if we can get a couple more guys back, things will look good. And I mean, Getzlaf should be back. Gibson might be back. It's hard because I think he went on. He went on in COVID protocol on Thursday last week. So Tuesday's the 5 days, which is kind of seems to be when most people come back. So it's kind of up in the air. Considering Eakins likes to rush guys back. I mean, obviously this is dependent on negative COVID tests and stuff. But it's if he tests negative, he's playing in this game. 100%.
He likes to rush everybody back except for Trevor Zegras, who was ready to play. Like fuck.
So I don't know. Because in one of my fantasy leagues, it's like a weekly roster lock, and I have both Gibson and Stellaris. I started Stellaris for next week. Because I think he's going to play this Tuesday game, and then we have back-to-back on Friday and Saturday that we'll get to on Wednesday.
He should be getting in there.
Yeah, but it's but yeah, I just think that's especially because, well, I know that I would play Stellaris. I'd rather be like Gibson, like let's get you back in some practices. Your backup, we trust in Stellaris.
Yeah, he can carry for a couple games.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it'll be fine either way. Like, even if we don't get any guys back, I think it'll still be okay. I think because we're going to have these guys that don't usually play or haven't played in the NHL a whole lot. They're going to come back tonight, Sunday, and they're like the ones that played yesterday, Saturday. They're going to have more experience Sunday, and then maybe the nerves will calm for this third game against Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
So guys like Perreault and I mean, we'll throw Buddy Robinson in there, Bo Grew, Greg Patterson, like those kind of guys that we just called up. So potentially Dostal as well. I mean, he'll probably be back up for Tuesday unless he has a phenomenal game tonight.
If he plays tonight. So which I did refresh and it's still not confirmed as far as I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
yeah, for sure. So yeah, do you have a prediction for this game against the Penguins? I know we're really bad at doing predictions consistently, but
I don't even know if I want to take a crack at it because this could go either fucking way, I think.
Yeah.
Right? It could be the Penguins we lost our streak and these, the Ducks, after getting the shit kicked out of them last night, are like, all right, fuck you guys, and just get going, right? It could be the Penguins who, just won their last 10 before this kind of deal and decide to curb stomp us. It could be another tight game. So I don't even want to take a chance, honestly, because I have no fucking clue. So
that's an interesting point about, their streak being over now. Like, you look at us when we had our, 9-game point streak?
Yeah.
Or 8-game win streak, 10-game point streak, I think it was.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that, like, we were riding that high, and then as soon as we lost, it was like we lost a few in a row, and like they weren't fantastic games. So I think that could play a factor where it's like, okay, the streak's over, and then there's that little bit of coming down after that streak, like regression back to the mean. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe this is a game that we steal. Not like steal, but like, take advantage of a team that's like coming down off their high kind of thing.
Yeah, which would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I think we win this game 3-1.
All right. Oh,
So,
and you're
yeah.
going with the full score as well. Okay.
Full score, yeah. 3-1.
I'm not gonna give a score. I'm just gonna place hope that the boys win.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
Yeah.
I
don't know how, but I think they'll find a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. If not, it's gonna at least be a close game.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a blowout either way.
Yeah,
so.
I don't need another blowout, please.
No.
No more.
Yeah. Okay, that's the only upcoming game we have to talk about for this episode. We've got a couple more that we'll talk about on Wednesday. But before we move on here, anything else Ducks related you want to bring up?
You got nothing.
Okay, well, it's time for some What's Quacking then. All right. First of all, before we get into What's Quacking, actually, last episode we talked about Spider-Man No Way Home and did like a full-on review of that. Like it was over an hour. So I haven't looked at the stats, so I don't know how that episode did. But either way, we want to hear from you guys if you like that. We know we don't do a ton of unplugged stuff mid-season usually. So, but let us know if you thought that was interesting. If you want us to do more of that, if you want us to do less, if every once in a while is kind of okay. But your feedback is invaluable to us. So
we still got the Book of Boba Fett to talk about.
Yeah, which I haven't seen any of that. I'm behind on Hawkeye too. I need to just binge up some Hawkeye.
Get going, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm awful. I'm slacking here.
I think the second episode of the Book of Boba Fett had come out on Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. I'm not too behind on that, so
without like no spoilers or that sort of thing. It was a very beautiful episbad actually. It was a good episode. So
how many epesodes is that season going to be?
I think it's 7.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, cool. But yeah, some What's Quacking now. So we're throwing it back to the MCU. Spoiler free here, don't worry. Unless you haven't seen Daredevil and want to remain spoiler free on Daredevil. But
even then, it doesn't. Yeah, there's no spoilers in this.
No, not really. Yeah, it should be fine. So, so this is a video here of, and it's hockey related as well, which I thought is kind of cool. You've seen it, like you said, you got it sent to you by like 3 different people.
Yeah. So the one group chat I'm in, one of my buddies in it had sent this to us about 2 days ago, I think. And then another buddy this morning sent it again this morning. And everyone's just like, he said this a couple days ago. And he's just like, oh, whoops, I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, apparently not. But I mean, it's one of those ones that you can watch a couple times, and it's
exactly.
Still good here,
yeah.
So yeah, this is just to give some context to the people that aren't watching it. This guy analyzes like sports games that are in the background of like TV series, and this one is from Daredevil in the MCU. I guess he explains that at the beginning of the video. So
yeah,
fuck me. But here we go.
That I like to do, where if I see sports in the background of TV shows and movies, I will analyze it until I can tell exactly what game it is. Here's an example. I was rewatching Daredevil, and in the last episode of season 2, Foggy meets up with Karen at their favorite bar, Josie's. And during the conversation, you can see a hockey game playing on the TV at the bar, so of course, I had to figure out what game was on. My first clue was when I zoomed in here that you can see that the players are wearing full cages, which to me indicates college hockey. Then you can see at center ice that there's a giant S, which made me think Michigan State Spartans. So I looked up their rink, but it seemed that most pictures had a Spartan logo at center ice. But if you went further back, they had a big S logo there from 2008 to 2009. That shrinks down our window a bit. So then I went to YouTube and watched a Michigan State game from 2008, and I immediately noticed that one of the sponsor logos on the boards matched the one from the Daredevil episode. See, this blue logo is definitely a match, but the other sponsors didn't match, so I'm close, but not there yet. So then I couldn't find a game from 2009 to watch, but I found this fan video from 2009 where all the sponsors on the boards match. See, Nike logo, Taco Bell. So now we know the game happened at Michigan State in 2009, but who are they playing? Well, if you look right here, it sure looks like these jerseys belong to the Ohio State Buckeyes. So that means it's one of these 2 games between Ohio State and Michigan State, and I know that it isn't the Saturday game because this says that it was broadcast on Fox Sports Detroit, and their scoreboard on TV looked very different than the one that's on the show. So that means the game that was playing in the bar in Daredevil was this one that happened on February 13th, 2009 that Michigan State won in a shootout. And yes, this confirms what we all believed anyway, that the Montreal Canadiens' Jeff Petry, who played in that game, is now part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Talk about a deep fucking dive.
Yeah, dude, if anybody out there suspects that their spouse is cheating on them, shout out to @NoProblemGambler on TikTok. He'll figure it out. Don't worry.
He'll figure it out.
No Problem Gambler, private investigator. Even better than Jessica Jones. But I love this picture at the very end here of Jeff Petry's face.
Captain America.
Yeah, just photoshopped in. Dude, honestly, they should have. I want to see his face, like when he had the red eyes, like in the playoffs. Was that last year?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, Photoshop him onto like zombie Captain America from the What If series. That would be
or Ultron.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
or Ultron too. Yeah, that'd be good. So, either way, it's. I mean, I don't know if it's one of those things that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life, but like watching that is like. Just wild to me that like you can just go on and be like, it was this specific game.
See, but then you can take that even a step further. Does that mean that the Daredevil series takes place in 2009?
No, it was a rerun, obvious.
Oh, okay. So why are we rerunning college games from 2009? It's curious. Also, between who were the teams again? Ohio State,
Ohio, and Michigan.
And Michigan in New York.
I don't know. Maybe the bar owners from Michigan or Ohio.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. And he was at that game and he was like, his kid was like in net or something like that. And he was like, look, this is my kid here.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a deep fucking dive.
Yeah. No kidding. Apparently there's like, cause I saw this on Reddit and I scrolled through the comments and apparently this is like a big thing that people like to do. Like if they're watching a show and they see a sports game on, they'll have to pause it and figure out what the game is. And I'm like,
yeah.
That is some kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say OCD because it's not that, but like, weird.
Just some
not
deep
like weird
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a thing that people have to do.
Yeah.
It's fascinating anyways.
I also just realized that the MCU did this to themselves in the post-credit scene of Captain America when he wakes up in the future, right? But they have it that he's in the room that it looks like he's back in the 40s. And they have the baseball game playing on the radio. And he like right away, he's questioning, he's like, where am I? Because he's like, the game is from this year and this was the score because I was there.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I was looking to think about it there. I'm like, yeah, the MCU actually did this to themselves already.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Which is also just impressive as fuck. I can't remember every single game I've been to. Like that, like in that kind of detail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
there's a couple of games I remember, but
yeah, because I feel like if you were picking a game from like, say, the 40s, you would pick one that's a little bit. You're not just gonna pick like some random ass like game number 36 between like this team in one conference and this team in the other. Like, you're gonna pick one that's maybe a little bit more notable.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know. I feel like I would, kind of recognize, or I'd be able to ballpark it. Like if it was like, if I thought it was say 2020 and I was like, and it was like, oh, this game between the Oilers and the Flames, I would be like, well, game in 2020 Oilers Flames. Like, I just know that there was only a couple of those. So I was probably there. And then as I was going, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember like this certain incident that happened. So I don't know. I feel like, and because baseball doesn't have a lot of shit going on anyways, it's like, oh my God, this player hit the ball. And you would be like, that was like the only time you ever hit, like made a hit and got like a double or whatever. I remember that. Exactly. Yeah. So
I'd be interested to do that in a way for myself. Like there's a couple games, like the one, it would probably be super easy. Thinking back, I was at, I did see Ovechkin in his rookie year, actually. Now that I think, like, thinking back on it, because Washington was in Calgary, so I could go back and find that date. But like, there was another game that I remember though that it was the Calgary Flames and St. Louis Blues. had gone into a shootout. Keith Kachuk was still playing, I remember, and I think he was the second or third shooter for St. Louis. So like I could go back and figure out what game that was and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like using those kind of context clues there. Yeah.
But also realizing now that I've seen 2 generations of Kachucks play in person, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, interesting for sure. So yeah, that's all we got for What's Quacking, and that's all we got for the podcast. Do you have anything else you want to say here? We're just at a normal time, but
I got nothing.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, that is all for us for this episode of the Quack Report. Thank you guys very much for listening. As Nate said earlier, be sure to leave us that 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify so that other Ducks fans can discover our podcast. That is if you enjoy our podcast, which hopefully if you've listened this far, you do. Don't forget promo code THPN with DraftKings, and on YouTube, like and subscribe. We post little clips of our full episodes as well. So you can kind of get the full service package there. Nate, where can they message you their favorite NHL players that they want to see in the MCU?
You can send those to me at Tate Namas on Twitter, TateNhomas.
And you can follow myself at Carter_Potts, POTTS_97. And follow us at Quack Report Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everything out there, and at HockeyPodNet for the whole network. Thank you guys very much for listening. We'll see you on Wednesday for a live stream. Have a good one.